Hello and welcome to Kitsumi Hatter's channel. This is the first video of this channel, and I'm joined today with NarlochNChains.
Hello.
We're challenged each other to a character mashup between Fairy Tail and Marvel Universe. The characters I chose to mash up today was Lucy Heartfilia from Fairy Tail and Captain Marvel from, of course, the Marvel Universe.
I think she did a really good job. It turned out great. It starts out a little bit messy, and the video quality on both of our initial videos is pretty grainy. She flipped hers. My video is mostly upside down, which is kind of weird. I guess you can pick and choose which one you want to watch.
Yeah, we've got some more technology, and so we got some tips from different people on how to make it a little bit better. Done a little bit more research second go around, so hopefully the next few videos will gradually get better and better for your viewing pleasure. Alright. So I do a lot of blocking before I start on my paper, so you can see like off in the corner is this sheet of paper that I basically looked up a bunch of photo references, and I did my initial guidelines of how I thought I wanted my character to look, the pieces of each outfit that I wanted to keep, and my initial design and pose. Like I did several poses, and I chose this one, one because it was a little more dramatic, and two, Captain Marvel can fly, of course, whereas Lucy can't. So I don't know if you can see him, there's like a very faded little kitty cat with wings named Happy. And I have him flying her around. In that universe, that's pretty much the only way to fly. And then I don't know if I quite went far enough with her uniform. I might have stayed too true to the Lucy outfit and didn't incorporate enough Captain Marvel into it.
I really like the way you redo this arm about 50,000 times.
Oh, I think I do it like 2 or 3. I couldn't get it. Didn't look right. It was too long, and it wasn't proportional. And I think I do redo it like twice, just because I kept feeling like it was still too long. Every time I did it, it still felt too long. And I don't redo the entire arm, I just redo parts of it.
If anyone wants to count how many times she redoes this arm, please leave it in the comments.
It's probably like 5. Okay. It is terrible, I'm sorry. But I wanted it to look good, and it wasn't proportional, and it doesn't look good if it's not proportional, right?
Yeah, and it did turn out pretty good. The final result, I mean, I guess I'm glad you worked on it so much, because it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have worked on it as much, she would have had this one, like,
ugly, super long arm.
Yeah.
At a weird angle.
Yeah, exactly. Thought she was one of the Fantastic Four.
Well, you know.
The Mrs. Fantastic.
Gender bending.
Something.
Happy you gained some weight in your initial design here.
Yes. I do a lot of blocking initially just to get the design out there. And I didn't realize until I go back, and I'm just looking at it and thinking, man, it just doesn't look right. And I have to go back for like a photo reference. And I finally found, him flying, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what he looks like, flying.
He kind of looks like a jelly bean.
Well, like when he's on the ground, he's very round. When he's just like walking around, he's very long and round. And that's what I kind of just went with that. And so when it didn't look right, and it kept not looking right, I just had to Google it.
So tell me a little bit about the hair. Like, how did you like put the hair where it wound up? Was that something you saw on a different picture, or is that just you playing around with it?
I mean, that's actually like Lucy's hair. In this final film that I've seen her in, that's like the new hairstyle. She has like a really long ponytail off to the side, and that's kind of her look. So I just played with it. So you'll see it kind of like whooshing around her body, and that was me just kind of playing with that ponytail and like how it might look as she is kind of like flying around. And I didn't like the idea of it just like flying straight back or something. So
Yeah, I think it adds to it. Another question I had was, I don't think you didn't copy the Captain Marvel symbol on the chest area. Like it looks more like a shooting star than like a centered logo.
yeah, that's one of the designs I was playing with. And that's another part of it. I kind of thought, well, maybe I didn't quite go far enough making the two mashed up. I maybe could have went a little bit further and made her look a little bit more like Captain Marvel, maybe changing her hair, or like you said, doing the logo more centered. And I even like add the fairy tale symbol in it, as you can see right now. Just because you couldn't really see her hand, and that's where her guild mark is. And you can kind of see like a very edge of it, but I really wanted it to stand out, and I wanted her to be like stand out, I guess.
You wanted you wanted to stay true to the character and
Right.
just have her almost like cosplaying a Marvel character.
Just, yeah, maybe.
I don't know how to put that.
I mean, it kind of looks like she might just be cosplaying as that Marvel character in her own design. And you can kind of tell once I start coloring it, like some of the things I changed on her outfit. Those those that actually know what her outfit originally looks like.
And I think the word we're actually looking for is symmetrical. It's not symmetrical.
Yeah.
I
Well, Lucy is a celestial wizard, so a shooting star makes a lot of sense for her. And so that's another reason I thought, I might could have went a little bit further. I'm fixing Happy. Finally. Finally realized like how to do it. He came out a little bit better now.
He's a little
He lost
more
some
trimmed. Yeah. He went to the gym.
He's flying Lucy around. You know how heavy she is.
Now, we are going to warn you that pretty soon when she starts adding color, the video quality will
Suffer.
Yes. Because we forgot to zoom in when the video, or when we cut. So we went back and zoomed in manually on the computer and doing that made everything grainy and pixelated. Huh?
Yeah, definitely suffered because of it. We've got some new setups, so hopefully that won't.
Better camera, um, just
Some just better quality.
new lighting.
Yeah.
And maybe it won't be at this crazy angle where like you look like you're.
Or my hair, and I got my hands too much into it. It gets shadows. So, yeah, we did a little bit more research and got some tips from people that actually do this all the time anyway. So, hopefully it'll get better.
Now I'm just watching it.
I know, I am too. The inking is like a lot of fun to do because you've already got everything there. And you just make little adjustments here and there as you go, but
Yeah, we were talking
feel
about that on my
pretty
other video.
confident.
Or,
Yeah.
on my video. We're saying, like, once we got all the hard work done, it's just going back and filling in, and then like we don't follow the lines exactly.
Right. I think a lot of artists might do that. It's like once they know what they're drawing, and once it's already like a rough outline is already there, they just kind of go with what.
Well, this looks better, so I'm going to do it in ink.
Yeah. And there's her little buttons on her skirt. Yeah, I might. The more I see it, and every time I look at it, I think of how I could have made it more Marvel-esque and not so loosey. I still like how it came out. I still think it looks great.
Now, I don't know if we've already mentioned this, but we're going to do a follow-up challenge where we throw a Marvel character into the fairy tale universe. So, and that's a little bit more difficult because the Marvel characters are like so well known, and
Yeah, but they change their designs so often too. I think we'll be able to do it pretty well. We just have to do it right. And of course, if you guys have any ideas for any other mashups you'd like to see, leave a comment. And we'll try our best to get all of them done.
we'll definitely read them. Definitely.
Definitely love to have ideas. Oh, here's where it got really grainy. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we always love some ideas because we're brand new to this. We're just told each other one day that we're going to try this YouTube thing, and we really wanted to put it out there and see what people thought of our art, and just wanted to go for it.
We're gonna get trolls that say bad stuff.
I'm
gonna
sure,
try to
but
ignore them.
I think everybody gets that, and they just kind of go with it, and you know, you can't let that just guide your life. You can't just give up because one person says you're terrible. Yeah.
If you did that, no one would ever get anywhere.
Yeah.
I really love how the colors for your character and my character actually wound up matching. I thought that was a pretty cool little coincidence. I don't know if it was a coincidence or if you did that on purpose, but it turned out good.
I actually didn't, because we have a limited supply of Copics. And the color schemes that I liked for that particular outfit just happened to be that, and I hadn't seen what yours was yet. So It was not on purpose. But it is kind of cool that they match, because the two characters usually match anyway. So even in the Marvel universe, they can still stay true to their matchiness. And then I put this little pink logo because Lucy has her pink logo on the back of her hand, but you can't really see it. So I wanted you to know that it was Lucy, if you couldn't already. So I made her little guild mark pink on that star. I really like how her sleeves, like in the original outfit, she only has a sleeve on one side. But Captain Marvel had two sleeves, like two gloves, not just one. So that was one way of trying to put the two together. And I actually really like how it turned out. I wish that she did this anyway. I know she doesn't, because her fairy tale mark will be covered all the time. But I think it looks really cute.
I can't agree more. I think it turned out really well. And it looks like you did really well on the skin tones when we get, I mean, you've already done a lot of the skin tones, so I know that I had totally messed up on at least a part of mine.
I don't think so. I think you're able to save it enough to where it looked like it could have been purposeful if you didn't, announce it to the world that it wasn't. But yeah, Copics can be a little bit testy with you. I'm using like actual sketch paper. It's like multi-purpose. Let's see, what is it?
The exact name?
The exact mixed media, multimedia paper. So I actually got the paper to kind of match what I was going to be using it for, whereas he just uses regular old copier paper from the printer.
I think I've learned my lesson, by the way.
I think he did, because it bled a few times on his paper. Where on mine, I don't have any bleeding at all. It bleeds a little bit in the back, but not terrible. It's not terrible. But it has a really nice blending effect, and I was recommended these markers, so I think they do really well. I'm still not used to them 100%. Most of my drawings are in black and white, and I have these handy dandy little markers like I'm using now that are gradients, and they're just ink, like gray tone inks. So I'm used to using those, so using colors was another part of a challenge for me I've been working on. So as I get a little more confident in the use of these, I feel like I'd be a little bit braver and daring with my shading and mixing of the colors together to make a brighter effect.
You give yourself a lot of headache over the wings, but I think they came out great. I really do. I think they're a little bit darker than what he has.
Yeah.
But I think it turned out really good.
Yeah, I'm used to having my wings have a lot of different color, a lot of different shading in them, and so I didn't go by just Happy's white wings, because it just didn't look quite right. So, but I still think I like how they turned out. I could have done a little bit more shading if I was doing it the way I really liked it.
Here's the epic conclusion.
Conclusion of it. Starting out with her boobs, working its way up.
Her awesome logo.
Oh, the logo, right. So if y'all enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll also leave a link in the description for the video for NarlochNChains.
Right.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Toodaloo.